It's the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. The Steelers 3-7, the Colts 4-6-1. This is your Monday night football game of the week. We get to see Kenny Baby Hands Pickett against Matt the Statue Ryan. The Colts are 2.5-point favorites with an over/under of just 39 points here in this one. The Steelers offense, Aaron, has been playing well as of late with Kenny Pickett, and you've actually given a little bit of praise to Pickett over the past few weeks for what they've been able to do. Last week, putting up 30 points against the Cincinnati Bengals in that division matchup. They kept it close in terms of the score. They were unable to get the win. What's that next level for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you think? They obviously got TJ Watt back. That's a game changer on the defensive side of the ball. But what do you think that next step is for the Pittsburgh Steelers? And do you think that they could take that next step in this game against the Colts?
No, this is a rebuild process, a retool process with the addition of a new quarterback. I think Kenny Pickett can continue to grow. I think that's really what you're looking for here. I say this all the time. When you have a new young quarterback, you're just trying to have him go through as many things as possible. You want him to see every defense. You want him to make his mistakes. You want him to have to overcome adversity. You want him to see him in 2-minute drill. You want to see him have to come from behind. You want to see him get ahead and have to keep a lead. As many situations as Kenny Pickett can be in, you want that. So you're hoping for another adverse situation this week, whatever that situation may be, and how Kenny Pickett can see it, grow from it, and move forward. This is a long-term play for Pittsburgh. You're at the point now, you're 3-8. The season is a wrap. They're not good enough to win this year. And I believe a guy there's no other coach who's more self-aware than Mike Tomlin. And I think he knows that. And so for him, he wants to win every game, but he also understands what the goal is. The goal is for Kenny Pickett to step on that field next year and have an opportunity to lead this team to the playoffs. And I think it can happen in year 2 if everything is right around him, if they go and address that offensive line, if he's experienced what he needs to experience and grown from that experience. So right now it's just about seeing every different thing. Now he gets to play on Monday Night Football. Now everybody's going to be watching. It's not one of these games where it's at 10 a.m. on a or 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. on a Sunday where it's only Steelers fans and it's only Colts fans. This is going to be Monday Night Football. Everybody's going to be watching Kenny Pickett. Big stage, regardless of how bad these teams are. It's prime time, and we talk about quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones who are terrible in prime time. We're going to want to see now what you do in prime time when everybody's watching, when you're supposed to play well. So this is another adverse situation he's going to have to go through, and I think it's just building character for him going forward. But I have been impressed with what I've seen from Kenny Pickett, and I wasn't a Kenny Pickett fan. I always thought those baby hands were a little small, a little soft, and I wasn't sure he was going to be able to play quarterback in this league. But what I've seen from him, I've actually liked. Talk about leadership. What Zach Wilson is unable to do, Kenny Pickett has shown he's been that kind of a leader. The one thing I do think, and this may be a chemistry thing, and maybe next year it'll be better, I do think he needs to go, especially to Deontay Johnson, who just got paid, and he needs to develop that rapport, whatever that is. Whatever's that disconnect is between him and Deontay Johnson, and he needs to build that, and that needs to be a focus of his. Because it looks like coming in as a rookie, he's already kind of had that with George Pickens, and they feel comfortable, but Pickens was a rookie, so it was easy to do. You've had Deontay play with Big Ben. He's been used to doing things a certain way. I think those two need to get on the same page. If that can happen, you have a very dynamic receiving core and a young guy that's going to have some nice weapons because he already has a good connection with Pat Freiermuth as well. So I look for that for Pittsburgh going forward, and I actually think this is a good spot for them on Monday night to get a win on the road.
Yeah, they are on the road though against the Colts now, 4-6-1. Jeff Saturday 1-1 in the games that he has now coached with the Indianapolis Colts after being named the interim coach in replacement of Frank Reich. Last week was a battle against the Philadelphia Eagles. They kept it close. It was 17-16 in a loss, but they kept it close over a very good Eagles team. Came close to winning it. They did not. In this one, what do we expect to see in game 3 of the Jeff Saturday era?
Some of the same. Good defense, running game.
Okay.
Matt Ryan being a veteran, going to ask not to do a whole lot, but make throws when it matters. And I think this is another close game. I think they'll stay close in this one. I think that's just the style, the way the Colts want to play. But they're not a very good football team.
So
So
are you taking the Steelers?
I am. I'm taking the Steelers in this one. I will take them 22-17.
Yep. I don't hate that pick. I really don't. Um, I think it's a close game as well. Um, Steelers 3-7 this season, their worst 10-game start since 2003. That kind of makes me think that it's going to be a Steelers win as well. I think that Mike Tomlin is a really good coach. I think that's what it's going to come down to. I don't mean to hop on board with what you said, but give me the Steelers here as well. 19-17 on a Monday Night Football snooze fest. That's what I don't mean to say snooze fest because low scoring games. I know you get on to me about that all the time.
Yes.
But I think it's a 19-17 game. Steelers win, push them to 4-7.